Is it good though? The motion is good. You know you don't get scared. You Haitian. You got the Haitian blood. You don't get scared about
Make sure
things
this
like
shit
that.
go good, man. It's the first time. I don't know what the fuck going on. All right.
Flores Palo Muerto.
So now, due to some technical difficulties, let's get
Spiritual.
back. So it's not spiritual, man.
It's spiritual, man. You believe in your soul. You got a soul. You believe in it.
We're not
energy.
We're not gonna.
Energy, man. It's all
We're
about
not gonna
energy.
mess with the flow of the conversation.
We're never messing up the flows. You gotta welcome that. You gotta welcome it.
Gotta
You
accept it.
came in here.
That's
earlier.
not messing nothing up, man.
You came in here earlier saying that when I come in the building, cameras mess up and everything mess up, right? You said that earlier, right?
No, I said when I'm around, a lot of electronic dumb shit happens.
So,
Yes, sir.
do you remember when Big Pun met Fat Joe?
I introduced him.
And you introduced him because you got
166 and Tenton. There's a bodega right there. I knew Joe already from, playing softball. He comes to the hood. He plays softball, all of that. Being around, being a rapper. Of course, Pun knew him, and Pun we always had love because, he's just like the local celebrity. Like, he's from the hood, so we salute.
Where was Fat Joe at his career though?
He was in Relativity already. He came out with the Represent album, and he was already messing with like DITC. They're all from my hood. You know what I'm saying? So we always salute DITC, Law Finesse, all of that, AG and Showbiz. So they all from there.
Okay.
So, Joe was like the Spanish edition that was respected and also was doing his thing in hip hop. And you know what I'm saying? And we always had love for that, you know what I'm saying? So one day we was just chilling there. Like I said, we used to rock with the T.S. from the street. So they all knew about us and they all told Joe about us. We just never had like a straight face-to-face, and we just said, let us rhyme for you yet. So me and Pun was chilling in front of the store. Like I said, Joe went in there. He said, what's up when he went in? He went to get a soda or whatever. Pun on a low after he went in told me, yo, tell that nigga I want to spit for him when he come out. So I go in there. I told Joe, yo, my bro want to spit for you. It's cool. He got time? He said, yeah, let me just buy this, whatever. Joe came out. I say, yo, this is my brother, Big Dog, Big Moon Dog. This is Joe, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And Pun just blew his mind away. You know what I'm saying? Blew his mind away. He spit the joint he did in Jealous One's Envy in his album. And South Bronx is the wrong place to visit. That song. So where he snatched the moon out the sky and blew the sun away. You know what I'm saying? That was a line in his rhyme. So, he made Joe a believer there, since that day.
So Terror Squad, T.S. was a crew in the street, you said?
Yeah, it was a street.
Was Joe always a part of it?
He was part of them. He was from the hood. There's a lot of them, though. And there was no leader. It was just, just real dudes from the street.
Okay, so there was no leader back then.
Not real leader. You know what I'm saying? Joe, when he became like as far as like a rapper, he took that name on and to represent his crew. That was his crew. Just like us, we was full of Clips. Joe was Terror Squad. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now he does that. Fat Joe likes Big Pun's rhymes. Where it goes from there? What do you remember happening next?
Well, it goes beyond that because now remember we was messing with. I told you Uncle B was the first one who really like engaged in us to believe in our talent, and he was kind of investing, and we was rocking with Uncle B forever. So, Joe and Uncle B, I guess that's the business level we wasn't up on at that time, but then they had a situation where they had to speak. You know what I'm saying? And according to Uncle B to me, you know what I'm saying, he blessed Joe with like, yo, take him to where you need to take him. Because remember, Uncle B was, you know what I'm saying, street runners. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with like street runners, not just regular like, it's like big dogs, you know what I'm saying? So on that level, they had to speak and they had a good relationship as far everybody was cool at the time. And I think, Uncle B gave him the blessings, yo, if you think you can make him, take him to the top, take him. So I think that was the nail on the coffin when he said that, and then Pun and Joe they got busy. You know what I'm saying? But the only restriction was that he didn't want a group. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to rock with Pun by himself. So me, Triple Seis, the sick one, at the end of the day, we had to play the sideline. So some more like, okay, and give Pun our blessings, because he also came to us and said, yo, listen, he wants to rock with me by myself first. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, I was all good with it. You know, some people had a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, yeah, nigga, crazy. Do that shit. You crazy? You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it was with me. You know, and my brother never forgot about me.
Hold on, so real quick, before you continue on with that side of the story, when did you guys start rapping, though? We didn't get to that part. Like, when did you and Punch start?
Well, we started different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you, when I was in junior high school, actually, that's when like Run DMC and you know, Mr. Magic on the radio, that's when hip hop really captivated me. You know what I'm saying? Furious 5, Melly Mel and them. You know what I'm saying? Big L. I mean, not Big L, LL Cool J, Curtis Blow, you know, all of that, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That just captivated me, like from the artist, the artistic part of hip hop, as far as the culture, the fashion, the music, you know what I'm saying, the DJ, the MC, all of that fascinated me. So I really got like, that appreciation came out of me used to be writing like their lyrics on a paper and reciting it in front of the class. You know what I'm saying? So I started my rap career like just as a hobby like that. The love for it made me imitate it. And then I started like venturing into my own, like writing my own stuff, but on the hush, you know what I'm saying? And Pun was already, he used to love R&B. So he was like a soul singer. He wanted to, you know, he used to play around with it. But yeah, he loved soul music. And Sace was the actual, the motivator. He was the one that was like more into the actual business and trying to really become a real like hip hop dude.
Right.
Like he was really in the group already then. They was like my favorites, our favorites, Young and Ruthless, they was called. It was Triple C. Well, at the time his name was Joker Jam. And it was JQ and my man TUD. And there was a group together. It was Young and Ruthless. And they was like the local group, but they was fire.
Fire.
Spit fire.
Yo, so when did you and Pun know that? Well, when did you know that you were like really good at rapping and good at the music? You know what I'm saying? Like, when did it click for you?
I mean, the reassurance of Pun. You know what I'm saying? Pun telling me I'm dope. And people in the hood just telling me, "Yo, you dope." But I never took it in like, you know, it's gonna be my career. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, all right. You know what I'm saying? But me, I always been a hard critic on myself, so it's like I go deeper into it, you know what I'm saying? But it was a process. You know what I'm saying? Until I see myself, like, after Pun made it, or started the process of making it, like, as far as going to shows, as far as, like, sitting down and writing a rhyme and structuring a song, you know, when I was helping them with it, it was like, okay. It was like boot camp, you know what I'm saying? Because you still had to become an artist, a full artist. It wasn't about just spitting rhymes in the hood no more. Now you got to impress a crowd. Now you got to know how to grab the mic. Now you got to know how to put your voice together. Right. So it's a process. It became like I had to learn that. But
at what moment did you?
Off the books, I think.
Off the books with the
Off the books it was a
B-Nuts record.
Right, because that's when it became real. It's like a song I wasn't even supposed to be on, and Pun dragged me there, and then they kept it. You know what I'm saying? Like another person like recognized and said it was dope. So they put their money and the labels behind them, and I was getting played on the radio, and they made a video about it, and I was with my brother. So that and then after, you know, we started performing that song, it became serious. You know what I'm saying?
So you gave him your blessings. You gave
of course,
your blessings. Like, yo, go ahead. At the time,
he didn't even need it. I just gave it to him because I wanted
out
to
of respect. Yeah, because he came to you guys. At the time, who was in the crew at the time? You stated it, but Remy wasn't around because I heard Remy was Pun People's. You know,
no, Remy came later.
All right, cool.
After Capital Punishment.
Okay, so he's rocking with Joe, and you rocking with Joe as well at the time. Yeah, rocking together.
Pun and Joe had business together. Besides us rocking together, it was already written. It was already written that they had a contract together. I'm saying, which was 50-50, if I'm not mistaken.
Are you assuming, or
I'm pretty sure. I'm like 100% sure, but I don't want to say it because I didn't see it. But it was what it was. 50-50. They was going 50-50 on everything. I mean, if we didn't know, remember, we coming in, we don't know the music industry like that. We don't know the contracts. Right. And to us, 50-50, shit, you gonna put me on and I do my talent and we go 50-50. That's a gentleman's deal to me from the hood we come from. Mm-hmm. So I think, and that's fair. So we never had a problem with that. Pun didn't have a problem with it. It's just later on when we noticed, the biggest manager gets 20%. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, now we starting to learn it. But we learned that later.
So wait, hold on, whoa. Slow down. So you're trying to imply without implying it.
There you go.
Yeah, I have to say that basically that.
I ain't implying anything. I'm telling you the truth now. You decipher it.
You guys got, Pun might have got jerked.
We don't see it like that.
Okay, so you don't see it like that.
Because we know. We didn't see it. Like I said, no.
So you accepted the rules and the 50-50. You accepted it because from the hood, your peoples, you show them love, show, new things. Okay.
Yeah.
So you accepted it.
Mm-hmm. Gentleman's deal. I do 50%, you do 50%. Let's do it. You're taking a chance on me. Let's go. Let's rock. Let's shock the world.
And Fat Joe did take a chance on Pun.
Well, that's why he got 50%.
Yeah.
So it's not take a chance. It's you're getting paid for the chance you take, and you're getting paid more than the average guy. So it's a great chance to take.
Okay.
And your confidence in his skill. I'm saying.
So walk us
But he believed. Don't get that twisted. He believed.
Respect.
And he worked hard for it too. Joe was like promotion and everything, and got in Pun through the business. Mm-hmm. He was there.
He was there. He worked hard.
Yes. Now was his motivation that he got 50% and he's gonna be like make a lot of money on this? Could have been great. Whatever motivated him. I'm saying.
Yo, Q.
I'm just saying his business and his love. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from like my brother's point of view. I would never take advantage of my brother, but that's me. I'm his family. But when you're doing it from a business point of view, if the incentive is more for you to get more paper and it's like, okay, I got a great situation here where I'm going to make a lot of money if it goes right. It will give you motivation to take it to the top.
That's a backhanded comment.
Never.
It is, because you're saying that you just gave Fat Joe credit, saying that he promoted. Yes. He did a lot, but now you're saying that his intentions of promoting may have been because...
Yes, because he says, brother. Understand that? Now, when you say brother, that adds, like when you say that's my twin, that's not the same meaning I have for twin when I talk about Pun. So get it right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There was incentive there in business to make anybody go 100% towards that business, because it was at least a 90% sure shot that that's going to pay off. Now, if we started together, right? We started together, and you're my brother. We started from nothing, and I know the business game. You think I'm going to charge you 50% knowing that I know that people don't do that? When I know that the cap is 20? We do that. Would I do that to you knowing that? I'm saying, if you're my brother.
But then that means that I have to stop you again, because you said earlier when G Money was speaking to you that Joe was already established already.
No. He was. What do you mean established?
Well, wasn't he?
Well, you do your research. Was he established when he did Flojo?
I don't know.
You have to know. You're asking me these questions. You are the interviewer. You have to know, was Joe at his peak or his prime, or was he making money?
At his peak or his prime?
Was he making money? Was he in a stable situation where he's good? I'm asking you. When he came out with
Don't ask me any questions.
Okay, good.
I'm asking you questions.
Well, I'm telling you, he wasn't. He needed something as far as like, well, he was still growing, I'm saying. That was Joe's first album.
Yes.
He's a good businessman. He got a great ear.
Yes.
I'm giving you all of that. But he was just starting. Like, he was a student of the game. Joe was a student of the game.
Okay.
He knew he needed help when it came to lyrics. He did. And no, he sold his first album didn't go as much. He's probably sold like 50,000, a little less. I think like 30.
Okay.
And Relativity, that wasn't good enough at that time. This niggas is selling 100,000 their first week out. So he wasn't where he was at. You know what I'm saying? He needed help when it come to like his marketing, his he knew he wasn't pun, is what I'm saying.
I have to get at you real quick,
but he had his own things, going for him. I'm not saying that.
Allow me to respond. First of all, this is a Cuban Link interview, so I'm not going to do Fat Joe's research about his first album or when he came out. That's number one. Number two, no. We're talking about, because you are Pun's friend. That's what all the interviews that I listened about you. That's what you stated. That's my man and stuff like that.
Right,
before I'm music. Just going by what you and G Money was talking about, because G Money, he's a DJ, he knows more.
Right.
In my opinion, or by observing, I could have looked it up just now. I was assuming that, Joe had his foot in the door, and he was putting Pun on. But you're saying that. That's why I said it was a.
But he's an artist too. Remember that.
Artist, yeah.
Now, if you got your foot in the door and you play in another position and you help me, it's different.
Respect.
You're also an artist. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? So
that's why I said it was a backhand comment, in my opinion, because it was like.
I'm not a backhand dude, though. I tell it how it is.
But allow me so you can see my vision, even though you don't look at things from a backhand perspective.
Right.
You stated that Fat Joe did promote and stuff like that, but then you said the incentive might have been that he was getting 50% and it was a money thing.
I want you to know the logistics of it, the behind the scenes. Because you hear him, he did a song, that's what I'm saying, like all these years, what do you hear Joe say about Pun?
That's his brother, it's his twin, he love him.
His brother. Love's big word. Mm-hmm. Brother's a big word. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when you say that, say the story for real though. What made you love him? Did you love him because you loved his kids and his family, or you loved him because you loved the fact that you knew you were gonna make a lot of money with this guy, and he's your business guy? He's a greater business asset than he's more of your friend. That's what I'm telling you.
And what do you base that off of?
The experience, first-hand experience.
But you just said your man came to you and told you that you don't know what him and Joe talked about or how they connected privately. You don't know that.
Who?
You don't.
I was there for everything.
No, you can't. Well, hold up. Come on, stop it. I respect you.
I was there for
I like you a lot, bro, but I'm not gonna allow you to do that. I like, you my man.
Yo, Flip.
But I can't lie, you bugging.
But you're trying to say that I'm not saying that Joe didn't have no love for him. I'm not saying that.
But that's the implication goes that way, Cuban.
I'm telling you that. I'm telling you the beginning. Remember, we just started this conversation.
Okay,
so I'm trying to tell you incentives of white people might go out their way to do more things.
I just saw
besides love. I'm saying besides love.
Respect.
It's a great business deal Joe had.
It is.
Now, after 20 years later, looking back. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you don't love him now. I'm not telling you that. I'm not like that.
Okay.
Now, just giving you the reality of it.
Let me tell you where my biasness came from. So I watched while doing research, because he's talking about, when he did state on Drink Champs that you're not going to church and he hopes you tell the truth. He stated things. But one thing that he said that clicked with me when he said that.
Oh, something clicked with you?
Yeah.
Please express.
Yeah, he said that I'm not out here making Big Pun t-shirts. I'm not out here making Big Pun's albums or greatest hits. Mm-hmm. I want his legacy to be what it was. And that stuck out with me because a lot of people do these things. And, by him saying that, to me, how he implied it, you could get your phone to.
No, I'm just looking at myself.
To look at yourself, yeah.
No,
your scars are nice. You're a handsome man. You're a strong man. Pause. Yeah. No, but him saying that to me, in my opinion, was like,
honorable.
Yeah, honorable to me. Yeah, I thought that was dope. I thought that.
Describe another one.
I thought that was dope. But then I also thought, like, wait, but how would his family make money off of?
Okay. There you go.
Come on, hold on. I didn't interrupt you. Come on, you got
no. But I'm just saying.
Distracting me.
No. I'm not doing nothing.
So, but come on. I looked you in your eye, my friend. You gotta let you finish.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, but. Then I thought, at first, it's double-edged for me. And I'm going to be honest with you.
You said click with you.
Yeah, it did click with me because nobody everybody, when somebody passes away, they make greatest hit albums, they make new albums, they make remixes. I'm pretty sure Pun has a lot of rhymes, or Fat Joe might have hard drives with a lot of Pun's rhymes that he's able to revamp things or make remixes of different songs. So when he stated that to me, it was like, oh, okay, I can see. Yeah, I don't see any Yeah Baby shirts or Big Pun shirts or anything like that. Or you're trying to make, to me at first.
But that's a good thing. In your mind.
In my mind.
Why is that a good thing?
Because that
means nobody's using him after he died.
Yes, he let his legacy be what it is. But then,
so his family after he dies go to a shelter, lives in a shelter. They go through poverty after Pun took them to the next level and took other families and their friends and their kids, accelerated them in the game of life, put them in different brackets. But the only ones that can't ever take advantage of them is the family of the king that made that happen.
Now I'm going to continue what I was saying. Then on my way here driving, thinking about it after watching it, I was saying, well, then how is his family getting residuals or money? How is his family eating from that? That's what I thought. You know what I mean? So then, like I said, it's a double-edged sword for me. Initially, it's like, oh, yeah, because I did hear a lot of different
you've seen it play out, is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying anything like ifs. Like, you've seen life play out. This is not something that happened yesterday. This is 20 years in the making, and you've seen it. If you do your research and you've seen the life of other people that we're talking about, you know what I'm saying? You've seen it, how it played out.
So
that's what I'm saying.
What do you think? What do you
It's great to be on top of the mountain after you cash in and go, well, let my brother rest in peace. He's good. Why? Why would you say that? When his kids still need to go to college. When the wife, she was, regardless, the crazy relationship, but she earned that. Money that's earned. That's their money. That's their father, their husband.
That's true. You're 100% correct.
So what's not realer than that? Now, you might get caught because it's entertainment or whatever. You might not heard his whole story fully the way it should be explained. But that's just how it played out, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to say that when you have control of the masters, you have control of the image, you have control of shit because he signed to you. And you're the beneficiary of that. You're the holder of that. Without your word, that can't come out. So it's easy for you to say, oh, no, now, I don't use other people. Who we was saying that to? Like, the only one who got used like that was what? Who? Big? Did Puffy use Big like that? To my knowledge, Big's mom's is eating. To my knowledge. So, to what was going on, like, it's an estate. You're so big, you became an estate. Pac is an estate. Pun, it's an estate. He's not a regular dude when he came through. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole different levels of things. You know what I'm saying? So he meant a lot for a lot of people. He sold 3 million albums. He got a lot of people that he was in business with, and he was just an artist, and he made him a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And then when it's time for, even though how fast he spent money or how crazy he was with money, it doesn't matter, my brother. And if you're my brother, there you go. If you're my brother, if you're my twin, you should never, ever in your life let his family go through what they went through.
Hold up.
I'm just saying that.
Hold up. So you're saying that regardless of what Pun did, regardless of him spending money recklessly, this is what you said.
100%.
Regardless of whatever
I agree. Recklessly, 20 scooters in the front, 30 Benzes, McDonald's every day for everybody, dumb hood, ghetto fabulous shit.
So regardless of that.
Regardless of that.
So you don't think that may, and this is with all due respect, attributed to anything that could have put his family in a dire situation?
100% he put his family in a dire situation. Okay. To see what his family had to go through after he passed through, like, I don't see anything that's wrong without, capitalizing off Pun's estate of the work he's done, that now that he's not here and his family gain the assets. I mean, that's what fathers do. You know what I'm saying? That's a pension plan. That's a retirement plan. That's a will. Basically, it's a will. Because he was, Pun was going crazy with the money. Yeah, he didn't have no experience with that, on some old real professional shit, but none of us did. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying about twin and brother is that when you're in charge, in a situation that you're in charge of and you have more knowledge of and you can see things a little more, you're a little more responsible, let's just say. They just say Joe was a little more responsible than Pun, I think a brother will make those kind of moves for his brother after they pass away. Like make sure the kids got at least $50,000 in the scholarship fund. Even if you don't like the mother. You don't got to give the mother nothing. Make sure the kids is all right for their college. Make sure that the kids know that even though their father was a little crazy, was that he had enough love and friends that looked out for him when they was in position to really look out for their family. That's all. Is that bad?
No.
See, I'm talking out of love though, right? I'm talking about if you really love somebody. So that's what I'm saying when you use the word twin, brother, love. I question that.
So, in your opinion, why do you think he didn't,
And it gets ugly. Then I become the hater. You make your own choices. Like I said, this story played out in front of your eyes. So you make your own decision. Then you could talk about it. But I already spoke my piece all these years. You know what I'm saying? I was tight at it for a long time. And not even my situation. I was just, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you sit back and be like, how the fuck? These niggas don't see this? Like, y'all see it. You see it back and forth, the verbal warfare, whatever. It's like, but it is what it is. It's entertainment. It's sad that this took place at the entertainment and everything. Probably people take it like it's just an entertainment thing, but when it's serious and it's personal, it becomes personal. And like I said, man, we from the hood, so we don't know how to do therapy like that. Our therapy is doing this. Later on in life, of course, time makes you see things in a different way. Like, you know what I'm saying? It happened to me where I could just sit back and just be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's some people do what they do, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm in good space right now, so I can see that. And I don't regret nothing. It played out the way it's played out. Just make sure you put it in the right, in the right light. Don't hide nothing. Don't add nothing. Say it for what it is. And that's more beautiful than the truth, man.
And what would you have done to ensure? Because you said it plays out in front of our eyes. Mm-hmm. A lot of the new kids, especially some of the people that may have, you explained before prior of how you felt. What do you think? Two questions I have. What do you think that he should have done? You said about the $50,000, give the kids college.
I'm saying that's what I would have done. That's why I said that.
Respect.
I said that.
And that's what you would have done.
If I was in that situation.
Yeah, you would have allowed his family to reap the benefits of his estate.
At least 100%.
Yeah, 100%. It's supposed to. That's what I'm saying. It's supposed to go to them.
Right.
And you're trying to say that his family got nothing.
No, I'm not saying that. They got something.
But it wasn't enough.
What's enough to you?
What's enough to you?
If my father worked his whole life and he had this amount of money that he earned, mm-hmm. and he owed, maybe, if he owed somebody, all right, take care of the debts he owed, but everything after that, it's ours.
I agree.
Simple.
And what was Fat Joe's excuse again?
I don't know about excuses.
What was his reason? Did he ever speak to Miss Liza? Did they have a conversation?
It got ugly.
So they never had
the connection was not friendly no more after that with Liza. You know what I'm saying? So he was at odds with Liza, and it is what it is. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the kids. Kids is different. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
That's it.
I agree. But you said that the family lived in the shelter.
Oh yeah, real shit.
That's unfortunate. It's sad, actually.
But it made them stronger, though. Everybody got their cards to play. That's the cards that was given to to them, and they held it down like G's. You know what I'm saying? So I commend them on everything they did because they warriors regardless. Everybody from that circle, I think, was warriors. You know what I'm saying? So.
What's your relationship now with the family?
I always gonna love them. That's my family. You know what I'm saying? They feel probably a certain way about me. You know what I'm saying? Because I speak my, whatever I feel, I saw, and I know my truth, or whatever my truth is, and they don't agree with. But you know what I'm saying? I just let people be who they are, man. I'm in that point in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like Cuban Link didn't start there to me no more. You know what I'm saying? Before I was caught up with that. But Cuban Link story started way before that. And I got my own things, you know what I'm saying, that I believe in, and I want to share with the world, and I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? Like that path, negativity shit, and, which made me get here, so I don't regret it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody saw it, you know what I'm saying? I had no hair on my tongue, I never did. But it was just the way I felt, you know what I'm saying? And that's the way it is.
So you can, and this is the thing. So you talk about the family, so the family being mad at him, what he's not doing, because we know it played out, but you don't know, or you didn't elaborate why the family may be mad at you. What could have Cuban Link could have done to offend the family? Because you talk about their business.
No, not that. They know I'm saying the truth. They'd never get mad at that. To tell you the truth, I don't know that. I don't know that, but obviously they get mad at me,
Yo, cut it out, man. Like, come on, stop.
Oh, well, they get
stop.
Because
what's up with you, bro? Why you doing that, man? Why they mad at you? You know why they mad at you. You gotta think. I watched your videos. You got every excuse in the book. You got every plaster for a sore. Now you trying to say you don't know why they mad at you? You know why they mad at you.
No, I really don't. I really don't know, because I'm the one who always fought for Pun's honor. His family, the respect. I did a lot of things that I think I would want if I would pass away, and I want my friend to do. Like, I did it. Except probably give out money, like make sure they're 100%. If I was a millionaire, I'd buy all my fucking mansions and be like, you never have to worry about it. But I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I had my own shit that I had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm up there and they're down there and I'm talking shit, because, no, it's like I caught the bad end of the stick too on my own over here. So I got my own shit I got to fight. But when it comes to that and I look on that, I always represent my brother with nothing
Did
but
they
love.
feel that you also neglected them, the family? Did they feel that you also, were they mad at you?
The separation probably, how things played out, where but then it could be where, Liza felt like nobody helped her when she was going through what she was going through, so she feels like that powerful shit about it's me now. You know what I'm saying? And I was her, her husband's best friend, and he's not here no more, so it's like she's by herself in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You gotta ask them that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know at the end of the day how I feel, and what I rep, and how I started this game, and as far as like to the hip hop, everybody, I made sure you knew that was my brother. And every time you talk to him about him, regardless if you would have went double wood, that's my brother. You understand? So it was never about no business with me. It was never about all of that, but it happened. So now, I wish that they could, they still call me Uncle Phil, but do I believe it's like that? They're already grown up, you know what I'm saying? And they're doing their own thing, and I feel they feel a certain way about me that, and their story also about their dad, it's not fully, I would love to tell them a story about their dad where it could bring more love, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could bring that love, because I know what they're going through. Like, I know the confusion of love and hate, of what he used to do to dad and to mommy and all of that. And, it's so much of that they probably saw that they forgot, or they don't remember the good ones, when he held them and kissed them for the first time when he was born, and the blood, sweat, and tears, of him putting the roof over their heads, and beautiful things he used to tell me about. You know what I'm saying? That part, I think, as a family, it's hard, though. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. Like I said, I mean, I know I went out on a limb a lot of times, and I said a lot of things that I know my brother would have said and stood for, and nobody backed me up. So I feel like that too. I feel like, damn. And right now, Cuban probably is the problem starter.
But hold up, but it's not fair that you could comment on what Joe did, right? But you got to comment on yourself because she may feel like, your thing is that you said that what Joe did is not enough for the family, but then you're saying that by you saying, I love my brother, that's my brother representing him, to Miss Liza, that probably wasn't enough. That probably didn't, you probably felt like you didn't put your best foot forward to help them. You saying Pun is your brother and you love him, we know, we can see, we heard. To her, probably, that's not enough. You saying you love my husband, what that got to do with
100%.
And she might also put him in the same category with Joe.
Yeah.
Being that you guys are part of the same family, the same team.
Exactly.
She knows better than that.
She knows better than that? Okay.
She saw me when I was 16.
Of course.
But now but it's the business side now. There's business side now. You guys are older now. You guys doing business together.
Well, she got to know at the end of the day who the fuck is popping. Like, who's making money off this music shit? Like, at the end of the day, it's not like I'm over here making millions.
Right.
I do this shit because I love it. And
right.
We started something, I'm going to finish it because I love music. But it's not like niggas is caking over here making millions and showing fucking, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is doing what they do. Because, we of course, we got older, we grew up, we got our own family. I'm a father. So, at the end of the day, it's that too. But, I don't know. Like I said, you got to ask them. You got to ask them that. Because at the end of the day,
Did you ever try to approach Joe to get maybe like the masters or get maybe the stuff for Pun that you can maybe
for
help?
Pun? No. I have nothing to do with that side of the business. That's between Liza and Joe.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's their, I don't have nothing to do with Pun's masters or his contract.
I mean, as far as to help the family out, because she may not know.
Oh no, she knows now. No, this played out already. So at the end of the day, I think Liza got her masters back. I think they settled something out of court. She's good as far as I think that I know about. As far as like getting the masters and the likeness, like for the whole estate is to Liza now. I think she won a settlement with that.
I just felt like what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's that's what I feel. That saying. I feel like I did hear everybody comment on Joe, but if she's mad at everybody, she puts everybody in the same category except for But I understand you have your reason as well. Sometimes it takes a conversation to understand, like, Liza, I'm not making all this money. Maybe she knows something about you that we don't know, and we're gonna find out when we speak to her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Maybe.
The only thing, like I said, the only thing that maybe the time of me reaching out, like before when Pun was alive, I'm not there like I used to be. You know what I'm saying? Me starting shit on my own, maybe with Joe, for all these years, they feel like I'm baggage, like if I'm the black sheep. If like that's how I felt when Chris was coming up. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to help Chris with his rhymes when he was 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? After Pun passed and everything, like he had a little deal with 3 Down. I don't know if you remember Benzino's son, and they had their own thing. I was active. You know what I'm saying, trying to help and things like that. When I got my deal in 2005, I tried to help and even put it down through the label. It's just I don't know. I really don't know. Now that goes to a personal level. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she feels a certain way about me, where it's like. Like she says, she loves Pun and she hates Pun at times because she went through what she went through. Maybe she blames me sometimes for not doing more or allowing and seeing that. Maybe she has her own memories. So that's what I'm saying. I'm very touchy with that. So it's I don't know. I know I didn't do nothing that's not honorable for them to feel that way about me. That's what I'm saying.
How do you think his son is doing as far like dealing with his dad not being here and trying to pursue his career? Like, do you feel like he's
I think he's incredible. I think he's a chip of his dad's tree. You know what I'm saying? So y'all see him. Y'all see what he's doing, and he's doing it independently. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And once again, you see a young prince like that get to that level. It's hard for me to not believe that the industry people that his father helped throughout the years and made millions of dollars and knew that he got this talent, don't reach out a hand and help that young kid out to be even more bigger.
So he's not one of those he's not one of those kids that a son of a celebrity that's getting the handouts and he's really working for everything he's getting.
Of course, they all did. You know what I'm saying? Especially him, especially in the game. Yeah, he's earning it. You know what I'm saying, from the bottom, just like his dad. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see Styles giving him a hand, and you know, the underground people like loving him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, his father went through that, so he wouldn't.
Right.
That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Even Jesus did it. He died for our sins, like so us to be better. You know what I'm saying? Come on, his dad was a king in this game. You know what I'm saying? So why, if his son is right there and you see it, he's crazy. Maybe he needs a little molding from a professional to take him to the next level. Why nobody goes to help him? I mean, you know what it is, man. You got to know what it is. You don't believe in coincidence, do you?
No.
Okay, good. Me either.
So let's go back now. So you guys are, you know, before Pun's death, you know, you guys are rocking. You guys, you know, obviously selling out, you know, arenas and doing tours and things like that. You know, what went wrong? You know, Terror Squad, you guys had a part in. You know, so what made you guys part ways?